Welcome back to RetroSupply. Now most weeks, I'm the guy who's like your friendly neighborhood one-stop shop for retro art tutorials. But today is a confession. I'm an addict, a RetroSupply addict. For 2 years, these products have turned me into a digital junkie. They've completely hijacked my creative process in the best way possible. And now, I gotta share my addiction with you. So today we're doing my personal, highly biased, top 5 most essential RetroSupply products. In no order. If I lost these, I'd probably quit art and take up figure skating or something. I'm gonna go full gush mode on my favorite brushes, create art on the fly for each one, and give you some pro tips along the way. This isn't just a commercial, man. This is an intervention. It's the secret key to that warm, fuzzy, vintage art feeling that you've been chasing. So enough talking, let's fire up the iPad. We got stuff to draw. Before we get to the cool brushes, before we talk about color, we gotta talk about the first thing I do every single time I start a new piece. Because dude, there is one thing in digital art that gives me genuine full-body creative anxiety. And that's the pure, blinding digital white canvas. It's too clean, man. It's too sterile. It makes my brain think, oh, this has to be perfect. And that's exactly where my creativity goes to die. So the first product on my must-have list is the thing that cures this whole problem, phantom paper. The whole idea is simple. If you trick your dumb brain into thinking you're drawing on real paper, your hand will naturally start creating that authentic vintage style art. It's science, probably. Phantom Paper Volume 1 and 2 are a whole library of seamless, high-res paper textures. We're talking everything from old school newsprint grain to slightly rough watercolor paper, all ready to just drop into your canvas. Immediately, I feel like I'm sitting down with like my beat up old sketchbook. My brush strokes instantly look better because they're arguing with that subtle grain. It makes your digital pens and brushes look like real ink fighting against real pulp. It's kind of magic. Now here's my first pro tip, so listen up. I put a paper texture down on my base layer even if I plan on deleting it later. Why? Because it sets the vibe, man. It gets me sketching faster and drawing way more loosely. You want proof? I was recently working on a commission. Now this was totally not RetroSupply affiliated. It was a superhero. The client wanted it to look like a modern DC animated TV show. So no paper texture, right? Wrong. Up until the very point I was ready to ink and color, I sketched with a paper texture. And believe me, my sketch and my eyeballs thanked me. So stop staring at that intimidating white void and grab Phantom Paper Volume 1 and 2. The link's below. Look, I'm gonna be real with you guys. Before RetroSupply, I spent literal hours of my life scrolling through weird forums and downloading every single ultimate inking brush I could find. It was like digital purgatory. My brush folder was an absolute dumpster fire of unused garbage. But then I found the standard pens pack and man, my life like legitimately changed. This pack includes my 2 favorite inkers of all time. The Ramen brush, which is a bouncy, slightly irregular inker that screams vintage cartoon goodness, and the true MVP, the dry fountain pen. This dry fountain pen, this is the king. This is the one I use on like 90% of my finished work. It perfectly captures that slightly scratchy, slightly ink-starved look of a pen dragging across cheap newsprint. Both of these inkers give you expressive, energetic lines that immediately look like they belong in an old comic or illustration. They're the closest thing to real physical inking I've ever found in a digital tool. They just feel right. And those aren't the only pens in this pack. There's 11 of them, covering everything from crisp liners to wet bleed effects. They're all amazing. But for me, those two, the Ramen and the dry fountain pen, are worth the price of admission alone. So if you're serious about line art and you're sick of your digital ink looking too perfect and sterile, you need to grab this. It's the final stop on your long, frustrating search for the perfect inker. Trust me on this one, guys. The link's below. If you've ever looked at a mid-century advertisement, old comic, or retro sci-fi poster, you'll notice that the colors aren't always a solid flat block. They have this beautiful, subtle print texture, and that's exactly where DupliTone comes in. DupliTone is my go-to for adding that vintage duotone or retro color effect without having to do a ton of fussy layer work. It's truly a massive shortcut for that aged, offset print look. And look, I'm a lazy artist, so this is my jam. And it's not just for bold two-color poster effects either. I use it for subtle touches, like a quick light shading or adding a little grain or variation to a solid color area. The sheer variety in this pack is what makes it so powerful. You get everything, from halftone dots to lines to shader brushes, all designed to make your work look like it just rolled off an old printing press. And here's a pro tip on why I love DupliTone. It pairs perfectly with my ink brushes to create authentic comic book shading. For example, instead of trying to manually stipple a shade, I can grab a DupliTone halftone brush and block in that shade layer. It instantly gives me that classic comic print dot matrix look. Or I can use it for some line hatching, because they also have some line-based tones, which are fantastic for those comic book artists that want to add that gritty hand-hatched shadow look fast. These brushes completely transform my flat digital coloring into something with character, depth, and that coveted retro authenticity. If you want instant high-quality vintage coloring, DupliTone is the answer. So go make your art look old and cool. If DupliTone is the quick vintage coloring hack, then ColorLab is the entire authentic CMYK print studio. This pack is like DupliTone's big brother, and it's frankly pretty essential to my work. Coloring with ColorLab is not just easy and intuitive, it's super satisfying. It gives you a truly authentic 4-color CMYK print look. It replicates how colors were created on old comics, where layers of cyan, magenta, yellow, and black halftones overlap to trick your eye into seeing thousands of colors. It's intuitive. It's built to be as simple as painting with a brush, but the complexity of the print effect is all baked within. And it's authentic. It includes the exact halftone percentages, screen angles, and color formulas used in 20th century comics, giving you 374 authentic color formulas right out of the box. And look guys, I know it sounds cheesy, but the process of coloring with ColorLab has become almost therapeutic for me. I love sitting down and picking my swatches from the included color chart, writing them all down, finding each halftone brush, and then watching those CMYK layers interact on the screen to build that final rich and perfect color. It's like alchemy, man. And it really connects me to those classic comic and print artists of the past. It's an easy to learn system that provides endlessly rewarding and satisfying results. My pro tip for anyone that buys ColorLab, don't sleep on the extras pack you get with it. It's full of hidden gems, like the ramen brush that I talked about before, and some distressing brushes for things like ink defects, smudges, and grain. I use these texture brushes on all my artwork, even if I'm not using ColorLab. They're like the perfect final layer of grunge and aging. They make your art look like it's been through some stuff. We're gonna switch gears a bit here, from print effects to a specific aesthetic. We have the complete mid-century brush collection. This one has really grown on me, especially now that I'm trying to dive deeper into cartooning and that charming mid-century style. And I know for a fact it's the favorite of a bunch of cool artists I know, so it must be good. This pack is a comprehensive collection that gives you all the tools needed to nail that specific look of the 1950s and 60s. The one you see in vintage advertising, children's books, and that classic UPA cartoon style. The entire collection combines 4 separate packs into one, which is just convenient, man. I especially love the dash and the dot pens from this collection. They're so perfect for adding that quick, fun, vintage flair. This whole kit simplifies a challenging art style, and I'm really excited to explore all the creative possibilities it unlocks as I, continue to get a little better at drawing. Before we jump into the final time lapse, I got a quick ask for you guys. Nothing major. First, if you found this breakdown helpful and you want to see more digital art tips, deep dives, and product reviews, go and take 2 seconds to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us keep making these videos, and I appreciate it a lot. When you're done with that, go check out RetroSupply.co. If you're serious about adding that vintage look to your Procreate or Photoshop work, you need to hit up this site. I'll drop a link for our store right in the description so you can grab these packs for yourself. Let's roll the time lapse of all the art I created for this video. And there you have it, the final artworks brought to life using those incredible tools. We covered a lot today, from the essential workhorses like phantom paper and the standard pen pack, to the foundational shading of DupliTone, and the full CYMK magic of Color Lab. We also touched on some stylish stuff you can get from the mid-century collection. For me and for so many other artists out there, these RetroSupply products are more than just digital brushes. They're time machines. They're important because they let us bypass like hours of complicated layering and texturing to achieve that authentic hand-drawn look. These aren't just imitating retro. They're engineered to replicate the genuine flaws and charm of analog printing, which is why they're so essential into getting that authentic vintage final look. I really hope this deep dive was helpful for you in choosing the right tools to inject some analog soul into your digital art. And if you're ready to make that jump, you can find a link to all the RetroSupply products I talked about today in the description below. So go check out RetroSupply.co. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like it, do us a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments what your favorite RetroSupply product is, or what style you'd like to see me cover next. We read all the comments, guys, even the weird ones. So thank you so much for watching, and happy creating.